Another beautiful Friday, man. We are getting so much closer to football season.
Yes, man. One more week
away from football. Are you getting chills? I
had chills last night with the trade. I was like, okay, this is for real. When Michael Parsons got traded to Green Bay Packers, I started like, okay, it's time, man. The Falcons about to play. We didn't get Michael Parsons. It's cool. We didn't give up a lot. But, hey,
Yeah, it's getting that time. And look, even though we talking about pros, I mean, college football.
Oh,
so,
tonight.
Yeah, man, look, it's that season. It's that season. But also with it being that season, at the Waterboyz Show, it's always a season for wonderful people to stop by and say what's up, right?
Yes,
it's always a good season
for
that, right? So for those who may have already seen the face, man, we want to introduce y'all to somebody, man, who is really doing great things in the city, man. His company, Butter.Atl, him and all his company and the people that he works with, man, he really making a lot of moves, getting around, man. And the people seem to really love this guy.
Yes, man.
That's what I'm knowing. When I pay attention, I say, man, they really like Brandon, man.
I'm getting chills when you said that. Let me tell you why.
Why?
This man got the State Farm Arena and threw an event, and I came there, and I was like, how in the hell did he get the State Farm Arena and the mayor and all these MFs out there, man, supporting him?
Hey, man.
And then he taught me a lot. You know, like me, I'm a know-it-all. But I actually learned something from this dude. So y'all pay attention, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, without any further ado, man, y'all give it up for Brandon from Butter.Atl. Let's give it up for our guy, man. We talk some butternomics. Let's talk all that good stuff, man.
What up, bro?
What's up, my brother? What's up?
Hey, man, happy to be here, man. It's an honor and a privilege to be amongst y'all brothers, man.
Hey, we appreciate that. Yeah, and thank you for having us on your show. You know what I mean? Thank you for having us, letting us come by and talk about our journey. Like, you really gave us a lot of great game on that particular show, and we really appreciate it, man.
Hey, man, look, y'all are killing it, man. I've been seeing the growth. I've seen everything y'all are doing, man. Y'all are killing it, man. Like I said when we posted it, man, I'm like, yo, this is the #1 sports show in Atlanta. I don't care what nobody says.
Yes. Hey, man, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, man, yes, we got to give it up.
Hey,
so look,
#1.
So look. I'm gonna kind of throw you a little bit right into the fire, right? I know you say you were looking for tickets for next weekend. What you thinking so far about these Atlanta Falcons, Brandon?
I mean, look, man, I start off every season excited, bro. I mean, but I think, honestly, going into this season, I'm most excited because I feel like we might be straight on defense for once.
Okay.
I feel like some of the pieces are kind of coming into place, you know what I'm saying, with the drafts, with Pierce and all that stuff. And, I mean, I ain't never, I still need the offense to go out there and do a little bit of stuff. I ain't going to lie, because we got all the pieces.
Yeah.
You know, I play a lot of Madden, you know what I'm saying? So
okay.
Oh, you play Madden?
Oh, yeah, man. I play a lot of Madden, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, we can get on that.
I want to play it, man. We're going to go live and stream it.
Hey, man, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, like, I'm really excited. I just want to see, what the defense can do. That's always the question mark for me. Because one thing about the Falcons, man, is even if they get up, for some reason, like, that other team always starts
coming back. We let people come back.
And I just want to see them come out there with some aggression. I just want to see them come out there and really hit people in the face. I saw there was a fight a couple of weeks ago at the training camp. I'm like, that's what I want to see, man. I want to see some aggression out there, man. Like, go knock some folks around, man. So I'm excited about that part. But again, they still got to do it on the field, bro.
Yeah, we talked to Jamie Winborn, former NFL player, played 10 years in the league. He played with Jeff Ulbrich, our defensive coordinator, and I asked him what characteristics should this defense take on if they take on the characteristics of their coach. And he said violence, balls out, assignment sound, and there was one more that he said, but he went straight to violence, meaning like he feels like this will be a tough defense. So hopefully we can keep those comebacks from happening. We can prevent those comebacks.
Yeah, man, that's the main thing. I mean, look, again, the offense, we got all the pieces. We've always had the pieces, you know what I mean? And hoping now with Penix in there, you know what I'm saying, some consistency, really excited to see what he's going to do, you know what I'm saying? But man, again, bro, as an avid Falcons fan, dog, like I said, every time they get up, my heart, you can kind of feel it. It's like, okay, it doesn't have to be this close. And like I always just say, man, I just want the Falcons to get up and stay up.
There we go. That's the slogan for 2025. Get up and stay up.
Hey man, I could tell you're a Falcon fan because you say your heart. You understand? We got a slogan at Trey Coin called the blood pressure birds are stressing me out.
Oh yeah, blood pressure birds.
And so like, yeah, you a fan for real for you to say that because I think all three of us at this table feel like that before a game.
Yeah, what was that? The game last year? I think they were playing. Was that Tampa Bay when they came back and they went into overtime?
Yeah,
yes.
And I was at that game, bro. And I was
oh
too.
My
God, bro,
it was a night game.
Yeah, it was a night game, and I was there, and I was so upset when they started coming back. And I just went and walked out into the hallway. Like I was down.
Yeah.
And I said, I just can't.
Did you stay to the end?
I stayed to the end, but I was mad.
There you
though,
go,
bro.
Brandon. Man, give me
I
some.
was
Hey,
mad.
Trey was about to leave though.
Yeah,
but his
man.
wife made him
Yeah,
stay.
yeah. You know, I was
ain't
gonna
gonna-
say that since he want to throw me under the bus. I was getting ready to
Well, like I
leave.
said, I went to the hallway for a reason.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
so let me ask you something. So what you thought when Kadero Harts just took that thing to the house, man?
Oh man, it was crazy, bro. Because I was right there. We was right there because I think that was the same night they had the Matt Ryan induction.
Oh,
Yeah, it was.
To the Ring of
Wow, I
Honor.
It
didn't know
was.
that.
Was the
Yeah,
same
so
night.
I was there. I was actually doing some stuff with the Falcons that night, and so we were in the suites, and we were like right there. So he was literally running towards us when all that stuff happened. You know what I mean? So it was crazy, man. Like I mean, I love the energy, and like I said, bro, like the Falcons fans, we deserve that kind of stuff. Like
We did.
I would argue to say that there's not, a lot of crowds that have just a whole bit better energy than the Falcons crowd. You know what I'm saying?
So it was your fault why Kirk Cousins was doing the swag surf. You started it.
Hey man, look,
There
Kirk,
you go.
Kirko Chain started off. You know what I mean? I don't know what kind of happened at the end, man. But
He
look,
got hurt, man. He was hurt.
He was
man.
swag surfing. I just need him, I just need him to let everybody know. You know what I'm saying? If he couldn't do it, I understand he's trying to protect his job, man. But
Man,
again,
he fell off the surfboard, hurt his shoulder,
yeah,
man.
he hurt himself bad, man. He
Yeah.
had us out there looking kind of crazy for a hot minute, man. I was having Marcus Mariota flashbacks.
Oh no, not Mr. Butt
Butt
Pass. We call him the Butt Pass, man, because
Yeah,
this
he
man
threw a
actually
pass.
threw
I
a
remember that
pass
one. I remember
from
that one.
off his butt. But man, back to that Kadero Hodge play. I was real happy for that dude, man, making that play. You know, a lot of times when you third, fourth, you know what I'm saying, on the depth chart, then you get an opportunity to make a play when one of your best receivers, if not our number one, came out. Because remember, Drake
Drake
had to come out the game. And then, man, he caught the pass. That was really one of the few plays where a receiver caught it for a short pass and then ended up taking it.
Took it down.
And I do my rants. So make sure y'all stay tuned. After every game, I do my rants. And I talked about how Kadero Hodge, he must be related to the folks who own Hodges on Counter Road. Cause just like them barbecue and collard green plates come up clutch, Kadero Hodge came up clutch. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And let me tell you, man, somebody who does as much as you do for the city, that was a special moment for me because you know what happened when I put that in my rant. People start coming, right? Oh man, he real East Side, he real Atlanta, and everybody started talking about how much they miss Hodges.
Yeah.
To one of the family members came on the post and said, "Thank you so much, all y'all, for giving my family their flowers. Our restaurant meant a lot to our family. It meant a lot to be in the community. Y'all just don't know what it means to get this kind of love." So that made me feel good that somebody who was a part of the city and our families ate at their restaurant for years could get those kind of flowers. And I wasn't even thinking like that when I did it, but that was dope to see someone in the city get that kind of love.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Hodges on Candler Road, man. I remember growing up. I grew up on the east side, but I remember coming up and down there all the time because I used to go to the Beautiful when it was over there.
Okay.
Around
Oh,
the
yeah.
corner right there on
Oh
Glenwood.
yeah.
You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? So like I remember, bro. I've been to Hodges many a time.
So
Oh, yeah.
look, speaking of the city, right? Like when we was on your show, you was interviewing us. I really don't know your background. Tell us about your ties to Atlanta, where you from, and where you came up and all that. Because I don't know. Did you know?
Hey man, look, you're supposed to do your research,
Yeah,
man.
man.
But go ahead and break it down, Brandon.
You know,
Look how he look. Well, you the one told everybody you didn't know.
Let me ask
You know what I'm
something.
saying?
All right, well, you tell me.
Yeah, hey, look, don't try to put me on the
tell
spot.
me where you from.
already said to
Nah.
the people that you don't know.
Get the
So
camera
go
on
ahead,
here. Hold
Brandon.
on, Brandon. Get the camera on Trey.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Hey, Trey, where? Tell me where you from.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Hey
Yeah.
man, look, man. I tell everybody, look, I tell them straight up, I'm not a Grady baby. You know what I'm saying? I was actually born in L.A. My parents moved out here when I was 6 months old. So I've been
Okay.
here since I was 6
Oh
months
man,
old.
you from here, man.
Oh,
You know,
man.
Where you
folks get
come
real-
from,
folks
man?
get real- folks get
Man,
real
ain't
touchy
nobody
about
worried
that
about
kind of
them.
stuff.
I'm not born in Great either. I was born in DeKalb General over
Yeah.
in Decatur.
You know what I'm saying? But like I've been out here since I was 6 months old, man. Grew up out in Stone Mountain on the east side. And just even growing up, man, I always just wanted to do something dope for Atlanta. You know, I always kind of tell the story. I remember I had my old car growing up when I was in high school. And when I could drive every weekend, I would literally drive downtown and I would just like drive through downtown. That was like my thing. I used to call it my Sunday drive.
Okay.
And I'd drive downtown, I'd like look at all these buildings and stuff and be like, man, one day I'm gonna get up in there, I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna make an impact. You know what I'm saying? So grew up out here, ended up with the Morehouse for a year, and I was like, nah, I kind of wanted to get out the city. I was on full scholarship and everything. Back then I was doing engineering, and so I ended up going to Georgia Southern. Loved it, my Statesboro, man. I mean, it was the country. I ain't gonna lie, but it was just good, as I love just the whole college town vibe.
Yeah.
It was a really good experience. Came back up here, got my MBA from Georgia Tech, and have just kind of been around the city, man. I've been working in tech, then got into marketing. Ended up working at 790 The Zone, like we talked about.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And
That's
that was
right.
like literally like right kind of in the heyday with all the stuff happening with the Stews. Shout out to Doug and Ryan.
That had to be a
Two
great
Live Stews,
time.
Man, you know what, man? Like, it's funny because I see, I talk to Doug and Ryan still. I always see like Steak Shapiro and all them guys around town. You know, Steak is doing a bunch of stuff. Andrew Saltzman, he's now the chief revenue officer for the Atlanta Hawks. It's just a lot of folks that I see, and like every time I see them, they always talk about how kind of proud they are. They like Brandon, because I'm gonna tell you, man, it was a special time, and I don't think that time will ever get recreated. But one thing I realized, and I tell my team this all the time, I'm like, you know what? If you're lucky, you'll maybe get one or two experiences where you get to work on something that's just, you know, an amazing thing and like it's never going to be repeated. And I think I'm lucky because I've had a chance to do that 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
But 790 Zone was definitely just, you know, a moment that kind of stuck out for me. I learned so much. I was able to do so much about the city. But again, it was just a special place back then, man.
Man, no, I love that. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to take time to say this to anybody watching. Sometimes when you're in a special moment, you don't realize that you're in a special moment. It's what you're working for. You got your head down and you grinding, and you don't necessarily realize you're in that special moment until it's over, and you look back and you like, man, like I wish I would have smelled the roses a little more. I wish I would have just taken a pause to realize what was going on. So to all y'all out there, when you're having that moment that it feels like it's life changing, continue to do the work. But take the time to recognize that you're in a special moment and being appreciative to it. Because it doesn't happen for everyone. And it definitely doesn't happen 2 and 3 times to say, man, I was a part of this. This was special. That was special. So whenever you get that moment, man, sit down, pause in it, and be like really grateful and thankful in it.
You know some things that we should have done on the road that we didn't do was too cool. Was to take pictures. We went all across the world, man, doing this and that. And we did a little bit of it, but sometimes you like want to take a picture, but you just didn't do it.
Yeah.
Because you didn't want to look crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Like, create the memories. When you have those memories, take your pictures, man, enjoy it. And I just remember we was moving so fast. I didn't get a chance to enjoy the places we went. We just moving.
Yeah, man. Like I said, it's just the thing, man. That's why I think once you kind of get that experience, again, like I tell my team all the time, especially about butter, I'm like, yo, this is special. And I recognize it because I've seen it and I've experienced it a couple of different times. And, you know, I tell them, to your point, it's like, yo, you got to enjoy this. You got to enjoy these moments because, you know, you're lucky if you get one. You're blessed if you get 2 or 3. And I can definitely think of like 2 or 3 different situations where I was just like, man, this is a moment. Like, it was something that kind of leaned in. And again, like even the whole thing with just 790, man, like we were doing, I learned so much there because like we kind of talked about when y'all was on the podcast, like it was an AM station. Mm-hmm. At that time, we were the flagship for the Hawks, the Braves, the Falcons, the Thrashers,
Everything.
Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
You know, and like we were doing so much stuff. And because it was an AM station, you know, we'd have like issues with our signal when the sun would go down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so they really leaned on me because I used to run all the digital and all the web and all the streaming stuff. And so they just kind of gave me, you know, full reign to do like all this crazy stuff that like, it's funny looking at it now. Like, that's how I really learned how to do content. And, like, that's how I really learned how to just, you know, find ways to kind of insert ourselves in culture. Because the things we were doing back then, it was just innovative in the space of, like,
Wild West.
Yeah, you had a space to do it, bro. I tell people, it was like a frat house. Like, it was like, there was
we heard.
It was like a frat house, man.
Yeah, no, we heard from Steak and Mike Bell. They said the same thing.
Oh, man. I mean,
They told us some stories about Dennis Scott.
Oh, man. Shout out to 3D, man. Shout out to 3D, Dennis Scott. Man, I got a couple stories of Dennis Scott.
Hey, Steak, look, this comes from Steak, not me. Steak said it was like a smokehouse up in there, boy.
Bro, man, I remember one night, man, me and 3D was out and some stuff was going on. We was at this, so we would do a retreat every year. And I remember one time we went up to this spot called Barnsley Gardens. And, you know, me and 3D, we was kicking it. I'm just going to say that.
That's all that need to be said.
And, you know, I never forget that, man. Like, they took us up there and, like, we had a big party. They had these, like, ruins. It's like an old mansion. And it's called The Ruins. And, like, it was a really nice resort. It's up in Adairsville. And me and 3D was kicking it, and they sent a golf cart to come get us. And we was on the golf cart, you know, we was a little on one, and I remember the dude who was driving was like, do y'all want to see the slave graveyard? And 3D was like, it's a slave. Hell no, bro. It's like,
what in the hell?
I bet, it's time to go.
We found out the place is actually an old plantation.
Oh, wow.
So it's a resort up in and I mean, it's a beautiful spot because I have a very hard, so my last name is Butler. So I have a very hard and fast rule that I don't go to no places that used to be former plantations. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
But yeah, man, shout out to 3D, man. You know what I'm saying? I see him around all the time. I love all the stuff he's doing. I've seen that brother again, like literally seen him like start when he was really just kind of getting into it to where he is now, where he's a staple and all these different things. And again, I think that's what 790 did, it gave a lot of folks opportunity. I remember when David Pollock came and started. You know what I'm saying? When David Pollock, after he got injured and started getting back into sports.
I remember Pollock being on there.
Yeah, the way he came into sports talk was on 790.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's just like so many people that have just come through those doors and just built some amazing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Again, it was just
And you were a part of it. You know what I mean? And like you said, it gave you knowledge to do some of the things that you're doing now.
Yeah, man. Funny story how I even got that job, man. I lied my ass off to get that job. I was trying to I was trying to actually get into radio. So after I went to college, I ended up going to Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
Okay.
Because I was just trying to figure out a way to get into radio, and like that's the funny part is because I actually understood tech and websites, I was literally doing podcasts back then. Like nobody in the class even knew what a podcast was, and I was literally taking people. I was building their websites on WordPress. I was showing them how to upload the MP3s, and it was all super manual. And I remember, RIP to my boy Harry H3O. We actually started a sports talk show called the Sideline Show back then. But you know what I'm saying? I remember when I got the opportunity to get at 790. I had been applying to all because I just wanted to work in radio. Yeah. And I had been applying to like every radio station. I could not get a call back. And so one day I saw 790 had an opportunity for an intern. Okay. And so I submitted my resume for that, and they called me back. And I went up there, and at this point, bro, I was probably like 25, 26. Okay. And it was for college students, but I was like, I don't care. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to lie my ass off.
You're going to work it out.
Door, right? So I go in there, and I was talking and shop to Deidre, who was she was the admin who was running everything. And they gave me this this test, like, okay, you do this on Microsoft. You do that. I knocked that test out in like 5 minutes. And she looked at me. She said, you ain't no damn intern. And I was like, look, I'm just trying to get my foot in the door. And she said, well, look, let me tell you. She was like, you're too overqualified for this role, but we're probably going to hire a webmaster in the next couple of months. Okay. So just stay in contact with me. And literally, I just kept emailing and staying in contact. And like, I always kind of tell this other story where like, I remember I just started like teaching myself stuff. I didn't know how to use Photoshop. I found this website called Photoshop Nerds. And at my old job, I downloaded a copy of it, and I would literally do every Photoshop tutorial I could find. One day, Deidre called me back and was like, hey, look. We ready to hire somebody. I've been telling folks about you. It was probably like 6 months later. Yeah. And I go up there, I start interviewing, and everything's going good. And then the last thing they said was, can you design? I was like, oh, yeah, I can design.
Yeah. Like anything.
I couldn't design nothing. And they asked me to make something. I've been trying to find this graphic for the longest, but I made the worst flyer in the history of flyers.
But did they use it?
And they sit and they accepted it. But when I got that job, bro, that was the happiest moment of my life, man.
Hey, man, look, man. We're going to give it up, man, to ingenuity, as they call it.
You got to get your foot in the door.
We're going to give it up to ingenuity.
All right, let me ask you a question. Go back to the Stews days. Tell us what that was like, man, because for me and Trey, that was a big part of our commute, man, listening to the Stews.
Yeah, it was exciting, man, because at that point, again, like they were really the biggest thing on. They were on 790. They was on ESPN. And it was cool. It was always around the office. And like I remember shout out to Shaggy. You know what I'm saying? All the guys used to be up there. I used to go up there and like hang out in the studio with them and just kind of see stuff. And it was just interesting because especially the kind of stuff they were doing as two brothers, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like you didn't really see that kind of thing.
No, you didn't.
You know, Anna Kournikova coming up there, and Charles Barkley, and just even, you know, Bria Miles and like people from the culture, right? And just like they sounded like us, they talked like us. Mm-hmm. I don't know if y'all remember how they actually even got that job.
Nah, tell us about it.
I mean, they told us the story, but I would love to hear from your perspective.
Yeah, so like 790 was kind of like trying different things out, and they had basically ended up kind of getting pitched to get on, and so they gave them like an overnight slot. Mm-hmm. And you know, they're both members of Omega Psi Phi. They're both Qs, and so they got on the night slot, and they would literally have their frat like calling up there
and hold the line,
calling the line and blowing up. And everybody's like, "Yo, who are these brothers, man?" And it just kind of popped off. And again, man, it was just such an amazing time, bro, because they were doing stuff, but they were being themselves.
Yes.
And it was so interesting because of like the dynamic, right? Like you had Mayhem in the AM in the morning with you know, Steak and Domino and Nick Cellini and Sandra and all them folks, and then. You know, middays would come on with the Stews. Then, like back then, after that, I think you had what was it? Jeff and Brandon and Wolvie before the afternoon saloon started with Mike Bell and all them folks. And so they just had like carved out this moment that just felt good. And for me, I loved radio. Like I grew up, my dad listened to talk radio, and so it was always just fun, especially when I would like be down in my office. Whenever I would hear something happening, I would run up there with my camera and get content and stuff like that. So that's what I told y'all, man. Like that video where they got into the fight. I actually recorded that video because I was just up there when it happened. Yeah. But even again, like being able to put content out like that, it was it was just
That's
like
great.
nobody was thinking about that
Yeah.
kind of stuff back then, you know?
Yeah, well, for their fans, like in which we are all fans, even though you working with them, you were a fan of theirs as well. Like that was one of the bigger moments, and you captured it on
Yeah.
video. Like everyone who's a Stews fan from the beginning talks about that wrestling match in the studio. Cause who gets into a straight up wrestling match in the studio where they really trying to slam each other? Like not even playing. No fists were thrown, but they really were trying to slam each other. And from what we heard, we don't know. Sorry, Doug. We heard you caught the raw end of the deal.
Doug, you got done, bro.
Yeah, I think Ryan came out on top on that one from what I heard.
Yeah, that's what we heard. That's what Ryan said in front of him. And I said, hey, the video shows from what I saw, there was some pinning to the ground.
You didn't get the beginning of it.
Yeah. He said you didn't get the beginning. You missed the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But man, look, those were great times being in 790 zone. So with everything that you're doing now, you know, Butter.Atl is entrenched in so many things in the city of Atlanta. I see you doing even more stuff when it comes to like the Falcons. I saw you do like a tour of the new suite that they have for the fans. I mean, so tell us a little bit about that and getting connected to the Falcons and just some of the things that you're doing with some of these companies.
Yeah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about relationships, man. You know, and I think, again, like it's funny when I think about, like, again, the time at 790, a lot of the folks at the Hawks are ex-790 people. You know what I'm saying? So I have a lot of good relationships over there. Yeah, like I said, up and down. Like I said, Andrew Saltzman, who's the chief revenue officer, him and Steak were the co-founders and owners of 790.
Yeah.
And then they kind of split off to do their own thing, but Andrew's the CRO, you know what I'm saying? Jen Evans, she runs sales over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just people all over the place. Like, even at iHeart, where I do my podcast at, shout out to my boy Mike Hoffman. He used to be one of the sales guys at 790. Now he's leading sales at iHeart. That's what helped me get my podcast at iHeart. But yeah, when it comes to the Falcons, man, it's relationships, bro. Like, shout out to my guy Shannon Joyner, VP of marketing over there. We've been working with him since he's been in the city doing all kind of stuff. And I just always appreciate just the effort and the intentionality they kind of put on making sure they bring elements of the culture in. Because, again, like Atlanta, you know, supports the Falcons. You know, it's the city's team. And so for us, you know, we just try to kind of like showcase and highlight them and kind of talk about things that are going on. Obviously, you know, you want to be authentic about stuff. There's been some tough moments, you know what I'm saying, especially when you're a fan.
Yeah.
But like I said, just all the amazing work they're doing over there at Mercedes-Benz. I think what we really have is the best fan experience in the NFL. And I can't wait to see the product on the field start to even match that more, because the energy when those two things finally line up,
it's gonna be crazy,
bro. The energy's gonna be crazy. But like the new spot that we just toured, the Sports Illustrated Lounge, bro, it's crazy, dog. It's like 6,000 square feet. It's all inclusive. You go
into some people's houses.
Yeah, bro. You go up there. You know what I'm saying? It's like they have all the food laid out. You know, we always get invited to the media days and stuff like that. And I mean, they're just doing so many amazing things over there. Like I said, I really think that we have one of the best fan experiences out here. Now, what we got to stop doing though is we got to stop selling them tickets when I'm out of team towns.
100%.
You know, my mom is a huge Steelers fan. She's been a Steelers fan her whole life, and I always take her to that game. But like when I go to them games, I'm like, it's way too many terrible towels up in here, man. Y'all gotta hold on to them tickets. Bro.
They take over the stadium.
Yeah.
They take it over. Yeah, we got to stop there, especially division games, man. There should not be more Tampa fans than Atlanta fans. There's no reason that the Saints game should have more Saints fans than Falcons fans. There's no reason that's inexcusable. Keep your ticket. That was in my 7 rules for the Falcons season. I don't know if you saw that video. Yeah. I put out that video. So that was in one of my 7 rules. Do not sell your Saints tickets. Do not sell them. So look, I want to ask you this as well, and then I'm gonna let B Rich jump in. I love to ask people with the teams we have here in the city, if we could only get one more championship for the city of Atlanta, which team would you want it to be?
Falcons. It's got to be NFL. And there's nothing bigger than the Super Bowl. There's nothing bigger than the NFL.
They're the big dogs.
You know, again, I love the Hawks. I mean, the Braves have done it before. They just did it recently. You know what I'm saying? But again, like at the end of the day, bro, like one, it's the NFL. 2, it would shut up all them damn Saints fans. No, that's all they got. Is they like,
that's all you had to say.
They we got one. And that would shut them up, man.
That's all he had to say,
bro. Like, could you imagine in the South, in Atlanta, in a city like this, where football is just in the blood of this city? What the city would look like if the Falcons won a Super Bowl?
Man,
So
it'd be stupid.
it'd be crazy, man. It'd be crazy. That's why it hurt so much when they lost that time because we were so close to it. We could almost taste it. You know what I'm saying?
I want to ask you another question, but let me go onto that. Like, I was at the Houston. I was there in Houston, and for 3 quarters, I knew what it felt like to win a Super Bowl. Like, it felt so good. Like, oh man, I'm going to parade. I'm counting my money before I got it, man. So yeah, man, that was so disappointing, but it would be huge. And me and Trey, we had a discussion on this. Is like, the Falcons are the firstborn. They the first child to the Braves in the house. So you want to see them get it before them. I do at least.
Yeah, they deserve it, man. I mean, especially just all the effort they put into just making this an amazing experience and just the team. The city deserves something like this. The city really deserves it. And again, but the bigger thing for me is it would shut up all them damn Saints fans. Because all of them was like, we got one and y'all ain't got none. So I'm just tired of hearing that.
Hey, that's all you had to say, Brandon. That's all you had to say.
The Aints. But listen, man, I want to ask you about this, man. 404 Day. To me, it's like the new Freaknik. Tell us about 404 Day and what you got involved in, and what you got going on with that.
Yeah, man. 404 Day. I always just say it's a day to like celebrate Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? It's always, we kind of call it the most Atlanta day ever. It happens on April 4th, and for a long time it was kind of unofficial holiday. Like people just kind of like said, "Oh, happy 404 Day" and stuff like that. But back in 2000, actually in 2019, I saw a brand came in town. And they kind of did an event. And it was like tied to some other stuff, and it didn't feel really authentic the way they kind of set it up, because it was just interesting, kind of the people that were there and how they kind of engaged everybody. And so I remember looking, and that's like a year after we had started Butter, and I kind of was like, you know what, like if somebody's gonna do this, it should be somebody from Atlanta kind of doing this. And so I got with my guys over at AIE, shout out to Tori, Babe, and Ian, and we just kind of said, look, next year, like let's do our own 404 Day thing, because like nobody had even reached out to any of us. Yeah. And it's like, how y'all run Atlanta Influences Everything, and nobody hit y'all up. Like, we just were noticing all the people that were missing in the room. And I think that's one thing that Butter's always done over the years is, I always say, it's like we find the people that are kind of doing the work that sometimes get overlooked. Yeah. And we showcase them, we show them love. And a lot of those folks, again, have gone on to become the people that are leading the culture and doing things. And so, yeah, in that first year, it was 2019 when they did it. So we started planning in 2020. I remember we had a whole idea for this thing we was going to do. We were doing a walkthrough, and everybody was talking about, man, there's this thing called COVID. I was like, man, nobody care about COVID, bro. We're about to turn up. Yeah. And, like, literally 2 weeks later, the whole world shut down.
Wow.
And so we ended up pivoting, and what was dope about it was everybody was at home. Atlanta was still outside, but most people
very much
at
so.
Home. And so we ended up that first year, we did a Instagram live stream with Jermaine Dupri. Okay. And we were able to do a deal. He basically like live streamed for like 4 hours, on his channel on Butter and a bunch of other stuff. And I think we had like 30,000 people like on IG Live.
Nice.
Just like having a good time. And like I had made this stuff. And people were like posting all these graphics. And I was like, all right, we got something here. And then when the world kind of opened up in 2021, we did kind of a smaller event, a social distancing event over at Lee and White. I remember, funny enough, then Councilman Andre Dickens, before he became mayor, actually gave us a proclamation there about 404 Day. You know what I'm saying? And like he came out and we did some stuff, and that was kind of the first year. Then it kind of got bigger and bigger. And yeah, man, like it's kind of become a thing now to where just the whole city comes out. The thing I'm most proud of, the two things I'm most proud of for what 404 Day has become is, I always say it's kind of like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I always wanted to kind of be like a skip day for the city. But like this year, we did the first ever 404 Day parade. And that was my baby. It was really an idea I came up with last year. We had over 3,000 people walking in the parade.
Nice.
And it was dope. And like I tell people, like when you think about that's what makes Atlanta so amazing is there's no way in hell you would be able to organize a parade with the mayor as the grand marshal, with Greg Street, with dope, like man. All these folks, 3,000 people shutting down Peachtree Street right down Atlanta. We did that in less than a year. Think about what it would take to do that in New York. Or LA or Chicago, right? And
that would take a lot.
That's what I think is special about Atlanta, is right. Like if you have an idea, we have relationships, you can make these things happen. The other thing I'm really proud of for 404 Day, because again, we do have a good time, we have parties, we turn up, we do all kind of stuff, but we also have what's called the 404 Fund, and we do that in partnership with my guys over at Monday Night Garage. And so what we've done is we basically started a nonprofit fund that we actually do scholarships and micro business grants. So in the last probably 3 years, I think we've given away over $150,000.
Hey man, look,
you know what I'm saying?
I gotta give it up for that. Like man, that's awesome.
So I say it's a party with a purpose, man. Like we turn up, we do stuff, but for the last, definitely for the last 3-4 years, we've given at least $20,000 to like every school in the AUC. We've paid off what they call the emergency fund for a lot of graduating seniors they'll have like a little old fee, like they lost a book or something, and like it might be like $100 or $500. We've literally paid that off for all the AUC students for the last couple of years. On top of that, we've created our own small business grants. So I think we gave away like 20 micro grants this year. Mm-hmm. So even though we're out here turning up, having a good time, like we're always finding a way to pour back into the community.
Blessing people. And
I think that's a special thing. And it also allows us to do things even year round, like shout out to New Face. New Face, the Atlanta hip hop historian. It's funny because he was at when we first launched Butter, he actually was at the Butter launch party. Yeah. And he actually sent me a photo. It was like, yo, you remember this? And I was like, damn, man, it's crazy. But like, even New Face, he's in the process right now of wanting to like open up his own museum. Yeah. Well, because we have the 404 fund, we donated $4,000 to him and said, yo, man, like here. So I think the ability for us to kind of like back up supporting the culture with money is important. And so that's why 404 Day is special to me, man. Is because we just give back, but we also have a good time.
No, y'all doing the work.
Before we pivot, Trey can say something next, but I want to ask you this. It's like a network of guys. What's the name of y'all network with the Trap Museum?
Oh, the 404 Collective.
Okay, so look, the Waterboyz, man. You just said that we're the #1 sports podcast in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. We would like to become a part of that, man. Be involved with 404 Day and the things about that collective and whatever y'all have to do. We want to be in the meetings and just grow our brand with yours, man.
Let's figure it out, man. Let's figure it out. Shout to Doug, you know what I'm saying? We got the Trap Museum in there, too. Let's figure it out, man. There's a lot of special stuff that we can do. One of the big things we do every year is we do a celebrity softball game. So like, I don't know if y'all, I'm sure y'all remember Rock and Jock back in the day.
I remember that.
This is kind of our Atlanta version of Rock and Jock. So I think we have a sports element. There's lots of ways to get involved, man. So, let's chop it up. But like I tell everybody, man, let's start talking about it now. Don't call me on March 25th.
We're talking about it right now.
Look, let's start talking about it now, man. I would love to be like one of the announcers that calls the game and coming up to the plate now. Yeah. We have such and such and such and such. I would love to do something like that.
That's the culture, man. Like, that's the culture, bro. And I'm saying, like, that's why we all got to work together. Like, a lot of people do 404 Day events, and I'm not tripping. Like, I want it to be a day to celebrate. Now, y'all got to stop taking my logo and putting it on stuff. That's what y'all got to stop doing.
That's what
putting our logo on stuff we ain't affiliated with. But I think for us, we want this to be inclusive. We want to bring people in, and we want to. I think we kind of have like the core events because again, the city's involved with our stuff. I literally doing a big event at City Hall every year. But again, like I think there's a lot of opportunities for us to continue to grow and build this thing because over the next 2 years, 404 Days on a weekend, and so Atlanta's it's going to be on a Saturday next year, then a Sunday. So Atlanta's going to be outside.
It's a done deal. It's a done deal, man. Hey, look. I love the fact that y'all are actually doing the work. I've been going through the course of us creating this show. I've been going through my own walk with higher power, with God. Mm-hmm. And I just been come to the realization of all of us being put here to be creators in some form or fashion. And that anytime you create something that's positive, it blesses someone else. So I just want to give you your flowers and just say how dope it is for you to listen where you were being led and linking up with the people who are also being led to go out and create what you have created that has blessed so many people. Like you say, a party with a purpose. The party part is cool, but hearing you say the blessing that y'all are doing for students and for businesses, man, like I almost get chills thinking about it, man. So I just want to give you your flowers for doing that, creating and blessing others, man. That's really dope, man.
Appreciate it, man. Shout out to the whole 404 Collective, bro. Like again, this is a bunch of folks, we all come together with just the idea that we want to do something special for the city. And, we just want to give back. Like I said, there's a lot of folks that take, but, we want to kind of put something back into it. And, I'm just glad that we've been able to build this platform to kind of use it to do that stuff.
Now, I love that because you're not one of the people who send back complaining about what Atlanta used to be. You still, like, seriously, you're not anyone who's complaining about what Atlanta is or isn't and what it used to be. You're still out making Atlanta be great right now, making Atlanta be the dope-ass city that it is, man. I love that, man. So, look, we getting ready to come close to an end. Of course, we done touched on our Falcons because we getting ready to start. But we also know you love the Hawks as well. Man, what are they going to do? Are they going to pay our guy Trae Young? Are they going to keep Trae Young in the city? Or will Trae Young be in another uniform at some point watching 404 Day from his Instagram, wishing that he was still in the city of Atlanta? Will that happen in a season or so?
I wish it would, man. I don't feel great about it. I got to be honest. You know what I'm saying? They got to put pieces around him, dog. Like Trae, he's doing a lot with the pieces that he has, but he needs support. Like, and I'm just saying that's how the league is right now, bro. Like, you need at least 2 to 3 core pieces. or you just need a bunch of folks that are really. I mean, shot like even with what the Thunder did this year. You know what I'm saying? Because like it was funny. Like I would watch them play. I didn't realize how good their record was until like I didn't really start paying attention. And I was like, but how many games? Like, you know what I'm saying?
They had the best record. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, bro. Like it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And so it's interesting because even in that small market, but like I think, here's the thing, man. Like all this stuff is still driven by money. That's the tricky part, right? And so it's like which one comes first. But like I would really love to see the Hawks really invest in just putting the right pieces in place. Because again, what's amazing about I think all the Atlanta sports teams, to be honest, is just the game day experience is so amazing. Like if you go over there to State Farm Arena, the way it's set up, the suites, they got a whole damn club damn near in the stadium. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like once the product on the court starts to match that, I think what was it a couple years? Remember? I think they were on that win streak. What was it like? Yeah. Like like I don't know, like almost 20 games or something.
Oh, you talking about back? This was before we got traded. This was back with Al Horford.
Yeah, with Al Horford. You know what I'm saying? It's just like so you see moments of it.
Yeah, we won like 20, 21. It might have even been more than 21, but it was a lot of games.
You see what moments of it is, but like it's just with Atlanta, man. I think Atlanta, obviously, we just want to rally around a team to feel that we feel supported by, and we just want to see a good product out there night after night. And so I just really hope that they're able to do what they can do. And well, now so here's the thing, and I'll give y'all a little bit. I don't know if y'all noticed, but like. Because when I used to also work for a PR firm, and when that whole Danny Ferry thing went down, I was on the crisis team that actually handled that whole PR situation.
Wow.
So like I've actually heard the whole tapes.
Okay.
I've seen a bunch of stuff, and like one of the things that I learned in that process was, and this is kind of an unknown fact, that for a while a lot of agents and teams were boycotting Atlanta. And so that was one of the reasons why we couldn't get good players down here. Like, it was kind of an unspoken thing.
Wow.
I don't know if y'all know that. And I can't say no names, but I know for a fact that for a lot so when people would always be like, man, we got all this cap money. Why can't we get a player? Like, it was kind of a thing where, like, for whatever reason, a lot of agents were like, no, you can't go to Atlanta.
Wow.
So that's why we couldn't really attract
Didn't know that.
the level of players that we hit, even when we had the money. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Only on the Waterboyz
He wants
show.
Danny Ferry back.
Hey, so let me say this. All right, I do like Danny Ferry for the moves he made. Now the comments he made, I ain't rocking with that. But I feel like this, man. I feel like the Hawks put the pieces around Trey this year coming up, and I think they want to see what Trey can do with that. And I think if we have success with that, they're gonna pay him. If he don't have success with that, then who knows what's gonna happen with Trey.
But what is success? I think that's what I ask is like, because I mean, bro, like he's leading all these categories. Like, I think that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is like, what else do they want him to do?
They want to see what he's gonna do because they really kind of put pieces around him to win this year. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious to see what. I mean, I think they should pay him, like you say, because I'm a Trae Young fan. You see the signed jersey right there, but I think as a business model. They just want to see, hey, we did what everybody's been asking you to do. We put pieces around. We drafted pieces around. Mm-hmm. They want to see what he can do. I think if he has success, I think they're going to pay him.
Yeah, man. I really want to see it, man. I would love to see him stay here as long as possible, and I want to see him be successful. The last thing I want to do is see him putting up all these stats and and even like he's like looked over for the All-Star game and stuff like that.
Man, it's the light skin thing, Brandon. I'm sorry, bro. Like they hating on Trey because he light skinned. I feel I'm light skinned. I go through that, so I already know.
You're not
Trey hates on me all.
You're not light skinned.
See the hate. What am I?
You gotta be a couple shades darker to be light skinned.
Brandon, help me, man. Help me.
You're not light skinned, my brother.
Bro, he's an all-star, man. He's an all-star,
He the same complexion as Jason Bateman, man.
You an all-star game. You first team, bro. Get on out there, man. Get out there. You good, bro.
Why'd I bring it up? It's my fault, y'all.
Yeah, you did. You did bring it up. I can't even tell you got a hat on. You got a hat on. It's just white.
Mario. Hit him up the head with the board, man. That's my brother.
Hey, let me stop before Miss Cook come and
Thank you.
Me. I love you.
He knows.
I love you,
she
mama.
Watching. Matter of fact,
I love you.
She hit me last night. She's like, everything all right with you in the pot? I said, yeah. I said, everything's great. She's like, I don't hear you talking no more. I was like, Mom, ain't nothing. Don't worry about it.
Trust me, he doing a lot of talking, Mom. Trust me.
Mom, we good.
Trust me, you got to pull up the full episode. This man has not stopped talking. I can guarantee.
Watch the whole tape.
You know what I'm saying? I can guarantee you that. Well, Brandon, man, we appreciate you coming by. Before we let you go, I'm gonna ask you for a prediction. Falcons record this year. What are we going?
Man, look, I just want to have a winning record, bro. Like I just want to have a winning record, man.
Don't matter.
I need some Mike Tomlin type energy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta,
playoffs, not playoffs.
No, we definitely got to get in the playoffs.
Yes.
So we got to make a deep playoff run. We got to make it, especially in the NFC. The NFC South is wide open, bro. Yeah. Like, and this is the time when you got to do it. Like, that's what frustrates me so much when I see the kind of stuff that's happening. It's like you got to take advantage because the NFL is very cyclical. You know what I'm saying? And like while you have while the other division teams aren't doing their best, and you got the players, we got to like take this thing. So my hope is that we run the division. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to run the division. We end the playoffs, and I just want to see a deep playoff run.
I'm with you. I want to see that. Now there is one word that I would say that might be a roadblock for us just running the division, and that word is Tampa. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not sleeping on the Bucs this year at all. I'm actually expecting the Bucs to be a really good team.
I love their running back, Irvin.
Yeah, I'm expecting the Bucs to be a really good team this year. But you never know. Who knows?
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll fall flat on their faces. You know what I mean? Hey, y'all wishing that for us. We wishing that for y'all. You know what I mean? But Brandon, man,
hold on. I want to ask something.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, my last question I want to ask you, man. We asked this question to certain Atlanta people that come on here. Your Mount Rushmore of Atlanta sports figures. It can be from the Hawks, Braves.
Man. Mount Rushmore of Atlanta Hawks?
And when you say the name, explain why. Because a lot of people just say the name. Explain why it's there in your Mount Rushmore.
I mean, first you got to say Hank Aaron, period.
That's a good one.
That's just everybody. I mean, that's Hank Aaron, bro. Like R.I.P. But what he just did for the sport, leading and having the home run record before it got broken and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's Hank Aaron. So that's got to go up there. Next, I say Neek. Dominique Wilkins.
Dominique.
Human highlight film. You know what I'm saying? I grew up watching him. It hurt me when he had on that Boston uniform. And I think he had on a Clippers uniform.
And a San Antonio.
And San Antonio. But again, like when Neek was here, human highlight, he's got a statue out front of State Farm for a reason. Man, it's on the... I mean, Dion is the easy answer, but, I'm going to say, honestly, and people, I'm going to say this and kind of piss people off a little bit. Matt Ryan, man.
Wow.
Okay then, Brandon.
He on board with Matt Ryan.
Bro, like Matt Ryan, I mean, like.
Okay, Brandon.
Matt was doing his thing, bro. He did his thing. He had the pieces. I mean, I was a huge Michael Vick fan, but I just think over the total body of work.
He brought a consistency to the
organization.
organization.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he really brought consistency when the organization needed it.
Yes.
And,
okay, Brandon.
The last one, because I'm going to try to pick one from all the teams, man. Like, I grew up, bro, like, I'm going to say David Justice because he had Halle Berry.
Okay, then.
Hey, not only that, man, it was his home run that prevailed us to the World Championship.
Yeah, we won 1-0.
Yeah.
1-0. And he the only one who scored.
Yep.
He the home run.
I'm going to say David Justice, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to pick one from all the teams, but I remember that whole team. David Justice, the Fred McGriff, the Crime Dog, Mark Lemke, Greg Olson, Greg Maddox.
Yeah,
Tom
I'm getting chills.
You know what I'm saying? Like Terry Pendleton.
Terry
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, bro, it was like we just had so many amazing pieces. So I would have to put that on my Mount Rushmore.
Okay, I like that, man.
Man, I love that. All right, then.
Bro.
All right, bro. Hey, listen, and for all y'all, that's his Mount Rushmore, all right? Don't come in the comments talking about he's stupid, he this, that. That's his Mount Rushmore.
I like his Mount Rushmore. He has some good ones, man. Dominique, of course, can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. No, it's good.
Folks don't, I don't know, man. I just feel like folks don't
He
give Matt his flowers, man. I really feel like
yeah.
Matt don't get his flowers the way he deserved it.
You just gave him his.
And again, he definitely not. He pissed me off a couple of times. I ain't gonna sit here and say he didn't piss me off, but just I say when you look at the total body of work, what he did coming out of Boston at a time, because I remember I remember everything that happened with Mike Vick. I was at the game when he got hurt against the Ravens in the preseason.
Oh, broke his leg.
And broke his leg, you know what I'm saying? And then everything else went down, and Matt really kind of came in and just stabilized things, right? Because it could have gotten a whole lot worse.
Yeah. It could have.
And so, I really feel like he don't get his flowers. So I want to show Matt Ryan some love. Yeah. He deserves it.
Because just think it would have ended up a year or two later with Sam Bradford. Now just leave it at that.
Hey, man, I'm rocking my Braves, man. Shout out to the Braves with the win streak. And last night when they hit Ronald Acuna, they showed some spunk. They cleared the benches and won 12-1.
Yeah, he playing that
I love it. Man. Shout out to the Braves, man.
I always shout out to the Braves. I'm not shouting out this season, though. Hey, look, we love y'all, but we not talking. The season's over. I'm not talking about
Trey,
it.
They're making a run. They coming back. They 14 back. They've been on a 6. They've been on a win streak, man.
All right. And that there,
Oh yeah.
and that there is the Waterboyz Show. But look, Brandon. Hey man, much love, man.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Thank you for coming through. Thank you for bringing your dope presence. Thank you for seeing value in what we do, having us on your platform, and thank you for coming on our platform.
Hey, man,
we truly appreciate that. And in some form or fashion, we definitely really want to be a part of 404 a day. So let's just figure it out. I would love to be one of the announcers, calling the game, talking trash when people come up. I don't know if y'all already had somebody plan for that or if y'all do that at all. We would love to be in that spot, or maybe we can even film from there. We can do something. We can figure
not only that, but just a part of what with the Trap Museum.
Yeah, we want
to be a part of that, or part of the city, man, because that's what we need to do more of. Just be
I am a part of the city. I don't know what you talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Let's look, bro. Let's figure it out, man. Again, like I told y'all when y'all pulled up, man, y'all are doing amazing stuff. I love seeing people just build something, and y'all have built something amazing. Like I was telling y'all when we was all talking, I think y'all got so much opportunity to kind of do this thing. And again, like I kind of mentioned even with the parade, like Atlanta is a place we could make things happen. And I mean, y'all already got all the pieces, bro. Like, so I'm really excited to see, where y'all gonna be a year from now, man. Like, I think it's gonna be some amazing things happen. So congratulations to y'all too, man.
All right, we appreciate that, man. So look, Atlanta, like we always tell you, the Waterboyz Show, we represent Atlanta because Atlanta represents us. On behalf of myself, Trey, my partner, B Rich, we got Brandon from Butter.Atl and Aaron Pittman. The Waterboyz Show, we are out.
Kill the camera.